The Honda City has been India's most beloved sedan since it has entered our market. The earlier gen cities are now performance icons with their VTEC engines and retro looks. It is near to impossible in finding a clean example, but from there, if you agree or not, Honda took a rather economical turn for the city, focusing more on economy and comfort rather than enthusiasm.
But now they've come out with a new one, and this one is looking very promising for the car enthusiast because it is very reminiscent of the older gen VTECs. So let's find out if this new city can be a B-road stormer. So just like the older VTECs, this is a 1.5 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It makes 121 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. But that isn't the best thing about this engine. The best thing is that Honda has gone out of their way and they've changed the single overhead cams to dual overhead cams, which means you have an insane red line of 7,200 RPMs. And just like other Hondas and their greatest engines like the K24s and the K20s, this is a naturally aspirated engine in a world of small downsized turbo engines. So that's a big plus point. So just like in true Honda fashion, they've kept this engine a naturally aspirated engine, which means it's super fun to ring it out and go till the red line, which is an insane 7,200 RPMs. And this has been achieved because Honda has made this engine a dual overhead cam engine, and that means that this engine pulls super hard. And in fact, it drives like an analog sports car. The way it revs, the way the gear change happens, it's very analogish. But then you look around and the interior is super modern, and you have this nice digital gauge cluster up here in front, which has a G-force meter, which looks super cool. The engine is a retro analog feeling engine, but it's still BS6 compliant, and the interior is super modern, and I think so it's one of the best combinations of driving dynamics and modern interiors. One thing that I love about this car is the steering wheel. I mean, it looks fabulous, and when you're actually driving, it feels fabulous. It has loads of feedback. It feels super direct. It feels connected to the car, and you can actually feel where you're placing the car. And it's not like Volkswagens where it's just numb all over. But one more thing that I absolutely love about this car is that the engine in third gear, when you go from 1000 all the way to the red line, which is 7,200, this car does 118 kilometers an hour in third gear. That's absolutely crazy. Honda has found out that there are two types of buyers for this car. One is old people who want a nice soothing car to drive and no fuss at all, and most probably it will be chauffeur driven. But there is another market, which is the performance market, and a lot of people have been craving for a nice Honda City to come out, and finally they've heard our prayers and they've made a good Honda City. And this engine, the way it looks, everything just speaks classic Honda. I have been to many households where they have a few crores worth of luxury cars in their garage, but they still have a Honda City with them because it's great for doing quick runs to the market or doing some small errands here and there. And that is because of how the Honda City looks. It doesn't look as aggressive or as pointy as the Verna, but over time the Verna starts to look a bit outdated. Whereas this is much more of a contemporary and a long run design, which means it looks good even if it's a few generations old. So at the front, you get a massive grille, chrome grille up front with new headlights also. But there are a few things which I don't like, which is the fake vents in the front bumper. When it comes to the side profile, they've carried on the classic 3-box design of sedans, which means it's perfectly proportioned. And when you come down to the back side of the car, these taillights actually remind me of cars like the 3 Series or the new BMW 8 Series because of this little point over here. But all in all, this design is very simple, minimalistic, and it's doing its own business.
On the side profile, according to Honda officials, There is one line which starts at the front of the headlight and goes all the way back to the tail light, and that design is called the katana blade design.
So just like the outside, the interior is also very simple and minimalist. They've carried forward that simple design language into the interior of the car as well, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. You get a brand new steering wheel from them, and it is one of the best steering wheels in the business. Like, just the way it looks and where the buttons are placed and everything, it's perfect. And one thing I don't like is the gear knob. Maybe they could have given a little bit of a better looking one, but that's completely fine because it's a manual at the end of the day. You get a brand new 8-inch touchscreen up front, and also, just like I said before, you get a new instrument cluster over here, which one side is actually customizable. You can do a tachometer, a G-force meter, and you can do many other functionalities into that, or you have a normal speedometer on one side. The seats are absolutely amazing. They're not heated and ventilated like the Verna, but the bolstering is just perfect. So if you look at the demography of the people who own Honda Cities, you'll actually be surprised to find out that many of them are chauffeur driven. And for that, they've actually increased the length of the car by 109 millimeters, increased the width by 53 millimeters, and that translates into 31 millimeters of extra leg space and 26 millimeters of extra room at the back. And that is absolutely wonderful. That means you have more space to keep your legs over here, and they've actually given a small incline here at the back, which means your legs are kept in the optimum angle so that you're seated perfectly. You also get 3 headrests at the back, one for each passenger, and also an extra seat belt for the middle passenger. And yeah, you get rear AC vents, and the sunroof is a little bit ahead, but completely fine. It's absolutely spacious at the back. Even though I'm saying that this car is very reminiscent of the older Hondas, it still has a ton of technology. I've popped it into reverse, and I have 3 different ways of looking at how I'm going back by just clicking on different buttons on the screen. If you opt for the base model, you get 4 airbags, which is decent. But if you go for the ZX or the VX also, which is the mid-range model, you get 6 airbags, which is a big up for safety. And talking about safety, this car also has lane check. So you have this little button on the turning stop over here, and if you press it, a camera starts over there on that side of the vehicle, and I can actually see how close or how far I am from a wall or other vehicle, and that's a really neat feature. You also get cruise control, but I mean, it's really difficult to engage cruise control in India. But all in all, this car is just a massive tech fest. And the thing is, it's not gimmicky tech fest like something like the Hyundai Verna or something. It's actually tech that you need in day-to-day driving, which is absolutely wonderful. So like most of you all know, I'm a big Volkswagen and Skoda fan, and when the new 1-liter TSI came out, I was absolutely in love with it. The Verna didn't do too much for me, I've driven that also, but this 1.5 manual ZX City, it's absolutely wonderful to drive. I mean, just the whole experience of driving it, like the instrument cluster, the way the engine picks up, the red line of the engine at 7,200 RPM, it's absolutely amazing to drive. And with its new looks and the way the interior has been designed and everything that it just represents, the JDM culture and everything else, I mean, it's slowly becoming one of my favorite cars in the segment. And well, at 10.89 lakhs for the starting base model City, I don't think that's a bad deal at all. And for this one, the ZX manual, I mean, it starts at 13.49 for the ZX manual, and it's quite a decent deal if you think about it. It makes more horsepower than most other cars in the segment. It looks better than most other cars in the segment, and well, it's a Honda, so no reliability issues. And if you're in the market to look for a Honda City, well, go check out Garve Honda.
If you're in the market to buy a brand new Honda City or any other Honda for the matter of fact, please do check out Garve Honda. They're a brand new dealership based out of Pune, and they have amazing staff, service center and many other facilities. So if you're in the market to buy a new Honda City, do check them out.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe. Tell us what you think about the Honda City and its rivals. What would you pick in the whole segment, and I'll see you in the next one.